it's Tom Numbers. So we are, oh, there's my globe, there you go, you got it. We're 10 days away from inauguration. So today is January 10th, Friday, January 10th, 2025, and we're just 10 days away. 10 days away. So there's a lot of things happening right now. There's the fires out in LA. I've got some friends that live out there, so I've asked them. I'm just waiting to hear back from them about what it's like out there, boots on the ground. Hey Corrine, Chile, Virginia Beach. Hey Nadine, Karen, Len, how are you? So it's yeah, just 10 days, not long to go now. The interesting thing is, well, there's lots of interesting things, but I put out a tweet last night in reference to someone about all the celebrity homes that had gone down, and I spoke to Mark about this a couple of weeks ago, but I was feeling perhaps that James Woods wasn't maybe what everyone thought, unfortunately. One of the reasons was his Twitter profile has been black and white for a while, and there was this thing of a while ago of a lot of them have been taken out. Their profiles will go to dark, it will go to black and white, and his has been like that for ages. And also that he publicly endorses Trump, but you never see him with Trump. So you've seen Sly Stallone and Dr. Phil and all these others that are with Trump publicly, Hulk Hogan, but you never see James Woods with him. Now obviously this is a asymmetrical war, and even ones that are with Trump doesn't mean they could be swapped out, central casting. Hey Mariano, Donald, hey Corrine, good. And get on Twitter's great, but also get on TikTok. I did a little mini clip video yesterday. It's had over 30,000 views just like that, so it's good. It's good. So get out on TikTok, and I'm going to be doing a TikTok live after this show, so just getting my TikTok going so people can come and join it there. But the thing with James Woods, he's on this list, and I know there's lists and there's lists, but I'd already kind of been thinking that James Woods might not be exactly what we think. And then I sent a private message to Ariel on Twitter, and he sent me some more information about that. I haven't published it because I haven't asked Ariel if it's okay to do so. I hope maybe he will. But basically it was confirming what I'd thought. So James Woods, along with all these other celebs, their houses are the ones that got hit. And one of the things that Ariel did point out, which isn't too hard hitting, but he said, why would, if you're kind of, part of the MAGA movement, why would you continue to live in a super liberal area where you're surrounded by it? You just move, So it's interesting that his house has gone, along with many others. So that was a good, kind of just a logical point, because there's lots of stuff behind the scenes we have to intuit, behind the scenes logic, but then there's also just kind of boots on the ground logic. And that was a really good point that Ariel was referencing. I think he was referring to someone else that had said that before, but he pointed that out quickly after I messaged him. So if you're listening, Ariel, cheers, mate. There's going to be lots of twists and turns. There's going to be lots of stuff, lots of characters that we're going to find out about at different times. So we'll just see. We'll just enjoy the show, and we'll take it as it comes. So we'll just see how it all unfolds. So obviously there's this other thing here in the UK that Elon's been pointing out, Starmer, and all this stuff with these gangs, the rape gangs, and that we know where that all leads back to. But there's more people coming out on it. So for instance, so Joey Barton, footballer here, I did a show with Joey back last year, and you could tell from his comments in the show he wasn't really that au fait with Trump, but I just saw a clip of him yesterday, and he was talking about the rape gangs, but he opened it with basically saying he surprised himself that he would be supporting, well, talking positively about Trump, because he's realising that Trump and Elon are the guys that are pointing this out about the corruption here in the UK. So you can see how all this is changing around. You know, we just had 48 in the chat, 48 for Trump, and then now it's gone to 45. Now it's gone to 48 for Tom, but 45 for President Trump. The effect, 45 is the effect, or effect. And Spade, as in the top Trump. So you can see how this is all going to go. The other stuff that's really fascinating is all this stuff about Greenland, the changing of the board, and if America, so I've always known America First was Millennium. So America First is 122, Millennium is 122, and I've known that for ages. But I hadn't seen or foreseen this whole kind of global thing of getting all the other countries on board. I'd heard about Canada, the possibility of that, in Australia, but then not long ago there was rumours or a thought put out of some legislation years ago the UK could become part of America. That would be great. Hey Nadine, and but this stuff with Greenland, and then Mark put out a post, and then someone else commented on it and saying that Greenland has probably historically been a place where they could get up to all their crazy stuff. So it makes sense why the Rebel Alliance, the Q team, would go and take that from the Empire. You see, so that makes perfect sense. So we just had a raven or a blackbird fly past there, so I think that's just confirmed it. So that makes sense, you know. It's interesting because I haven't heard anything about Denmark, because I'm pretty sure it's Denmark that own that. But I haven't heard any comments from Denmark about that at all, actually. So, but we'll see how all that goes, and you know, they're already starting it, so it's going to happen, isn't it? But yeah, Millennium, 1,000 years of peace, the golden age, which is what it is. Trump's been saying about it. All us lot have been saying it. I am cold, actually, Gillian. You're right. It's fresh. It's fresh. But anyway, we soldier on. Can you see over there? It looks like a square in the clouds. You see that just by the ship? You've got the ship there, and there's like there. If you zoom in, that's like a kind of square in the clouds. Sorry, no, there. Just there. There's the square in the clouds. Just there. Interesting. So we're just going to see how it all turns out, but it's exciting because there's always these new things, there's always these twists that we didn't see coming, but it makes sense. It makes sense, you know. Nations will be sovereign, we'll have borders, we'll have all of that, we'll have our identity, but we'll all be unified in a good way, not in a bad way. And that's what America First is, Millennium. That's what it is. 122. So anyway, all right folks, lots of love. Click the links below, get on the newsletter for Substack if you haven't already done so. You'll get a newsletter this weekend from me, and I'm going to do a live over on TikTok now. So Tom Numbers at TikTok. I only just created the account, but it's going well. Subscribe. You're my core base, so go and see me over on TikTok, because I'll be doing some shows there. Thanks, Mariano, you're the greatest too. And but go over there now. So I'll be doing a TikTok in the next 5 minutes. All right. So Tom Numbers TikTok. If you haven't got an account, just download the app, and then you're in. All right. Take care, everyone. Much love. Thanks. Bye.